Alright, I've been a bit busy, but I am now back, and I am back in the best way possible because Mole Man is not banned from Alliance War, and this is just the best feeling ever. So, out of this entire season, Mole Man has been unbanned twice. That is insane, and that goes to show how just broken this champion is as an Alliance War attacker, and yeah, for good reason, right? He is, in my opinion, the best skill attacker, for the tactic, and you're gonna see why in this video. So yeah, here we have the Spider Ham, and Mole Man, once he gets going, it's just game over. That was what? How many seconds? That was 17 seconds, man. How can I even commentate on these fights? How can I even get good watch time on this video when he does 17-second fights? And here's the crazy part. This is 2 Alliance Wars. This whole 10-minute video is 2 Alliance Wars, and I take I think 11 or 12 fights in this video. So if I were to space out these Alliance Wars, then I couldn't even hit the standard YouTube 8-minute mark. And I'm not saying I care about that, right? But it's it's funny how if you want to hit it, you have to use 2 Mole Man Wars. So yeah, now we have this Pad 2 Scorpion, and he's already down, so I can't even talk about it. That was 20 seconds, no big deal. Now we have this Jessica Jones, and by the way, in this video I have 2 boss fights, straight up 2 whole boss fights. It's gonna be a thing of beauty. But yeah, let's check out this Jones fight. Pat 2, no big deal. Just checking out the nodes real quick. And Jessica Jones, she is kind of annoying this meta because I don't know if she is, to be honest, because look at this fight, look how fast it goes. So we're gonna get our frenzy up in a second here. Just spay out 1 SP1 and then go back in, drop the heavy attack, activate frenzy. I mean, she just wants to throw that for some reason, but after this, watch. Yeah, look just look at this, man. I don't even know what to say about it. It's so much damage. And yeah, the fight's just over now, so there we go. Also sub 30 seconds, so there we go. That's so fun. Now we have the Spider-Punk fight on Power Snack, and what else? Just Power Snack, I think. Okay. Spider-Punk is new, and he is not that annoying to fight, I think, but yeah, Mole Man, it's just a Mole Man fight, it's no big deal. So here we go for the usual start for Clarity. With Clarity, I like to just build up to my the effect where you can bypass auto block and evade, then enter frenzy, then go haywire. And yeah, here I go haywire, and look at this damage. The power backs are so strong to the point where I get to the SP3, so I drop that, and now it's game over. 1 SP2 essentially one-shot him, and that's crazy work, right? And that's just the power of rank 3 Mole Man, to be honest. This is why he is banned every single Alliance War. So yeah, that was 30 seconds, but minus the SP3, it's what, 20 seconds. Now we have this infamous Iron Man, no big deal. Power Start 1 boost still active. So let's just do this fight. It should be a pretty short one. We'll see what happens. It can go wrong, like any Alliance War fight, but I doubt it goes wrong. So let's see what we have here. Gonna just build up the Clarity Charge, just get the passive going, and then once I have that, I enter Frenzy, go haywire, and just watch the damage do its thing, man. So yeah, 1 SP2, we're back to another one right away. Then we drop that other one, and he is down. So that was what? That was 20 seconds, I want to say. Yeah, not too shabby. Now we have this this hazard shift spot, rank 3 spot, very spooky, very scary. And Mole Man isn't immune to anything besides shock, but he does purify. So the game plan was to purify before we enter frenzy, then get to the SP2, drop that, do some crazy damage, and yeah, that's the game plan, man. Just see what happens there, and let the power boost do its thing. So here he drops the SP1, which is perfect for us, and we're in frenzy now, so it's just time to go crazy. So here I drop a heavy attack to play it safe to get some more frenzy charges, drop the SP2, and it's game over. No power backs needed, to be honest. Yeah, simple as that. This character is so crazy. This character is so silly. I don't even know what else to say. So now we have this Mysterio fight. this is the only fight that like has a bit of duration to it besides the boss fights, because this has stunning reflection. So you know, I can't parry him at all, which is fine, and the game plan here is to just, you know, avoid the parry, obviously, but once I do that, then just like build up power by getting the bleeds onto him, but they're just not sticking right now. Like, I got no crits there, which is whatever, but we have the clarity charge up now, so it's time to go crazy. Here we drop a heavy attack in a second, I think, anyway, but first I have to bait out the you know, reflection charge. And yeah, this is going pretty well so far. We have Frenzy active. We go for a heavy attack in a second, I believe. And yeah, it is now go time. We're just gonna go all in here, I'm pretty sure. Just like risk it for the biscuit. Why not? Go in, drop the SP2 in a second. Or I should drop it like right now, but he's playing passive, but doesn't matter. Here we drop it and it one-shots. So there we go. Like a 40-second fight. Still not bad at all, to be honest. And yeah, it's just mole man things. Now we have the first boss fight. We have the 7-star Quicksilver, and let's just see how fast this fight is, man. I was not really nervous about it because Mole Man is by far the best Quicksilver counter in the game. I will stand by that. He counters him in every single aspect. He is the perfect counter, and no one does it better than him. So I was just like, it should be pretty straightforward, and I'll be honest, it very much was straightforward. So now we have the clarity thing up, so it's go time. Here he drops the SP1, that's fine. Here we go for a combo into the SP2, and yeah, man, it's some pretty good damage. Back to another SP2 pretty much, so that's perfect. And yeah, here he drops the SP1, no big deal. I drop another heavy attack, and then I drop the SP2, and this one does even more damage, so that is perfect. And yeah, it's just game over at this point. And yeah, there is the first war completed. That was crazy stuff, right? Like, that was a 30-something second boss fight. I'm not too surprised by that performance, but yeah, now we have this war here. This is, I think, the last war I did. And yeah, here we have this Wiccan, no big deal. It's just a Wiccan fight, man. Like, it's pretty straightforward stuff. Though it can go south very fast, but Mole Man, he's just gonna out damage him. So yeah, look at this damage, man. It's just a bit silly. That was 14 seconds, by the way. So yeah, it's just it is what it is. And now we're going back to the mini boss island, and now we have this Spider Ham on Aspect of Evolution, and it's a pretty straightforward Mole Man fight. Like, Mole Man is a pretty great Spider Ham counter because he just counters evade at base, and he has, you know, just enough damage to just, like, you know, burst through him, so it's no big deal really. But yeah, the game plan here is to drop the SP1 immediately so I don't build up any spider nonsense, because if Spider Ham has that, then yeah, the fight's a bit annoying, I'll be honest. But yeah, he like gets none of it here, so it's like really no big deal. I go back in, I drop the SP1, and this should do it actually, which is so insane. Like, that's a mini boss fight in like, what, 30 seconds. It's so goofy. But now we have the main event. We have this Jessica Jones boss. So here I'm utilizing the Guardian synergy. What this does is whenever Mole Man like blocks, he doesn't consume a monster mass to go unstoppable. So with clarity, you build up charges by gaining buffs or doing hits. So here I'm just gonna like I'm just gonna block, right? Because I'm building up unstoppables, which are buffs, which fuel the clarity charges. So yeah, here I just like maximize my charges gains and I minimize her power gain, because whenever Jessica gains power, she gains investigation, and it's just like ideal that you do not let her get that much investigation. So yeah, now it's go time. We're just gonna have to like try to burst her down, and it goes pretty well for the most part. Like 17,000 mediums. Here she drops the SP1, no big deal. And yeah, it's going pretty good so far. Here I drop a heavy attack again. Here it's just like a bit of a standoff, but it's fine. But yeah, now it's like pretty much game over. But she drops the SP2 actually, and that does mess me up a bit because I have to just like stand there and hold the block for a second as her effects go away. But yeah, it's pretty much game over now. Like, she just cannot do anything to me at this point. So I go for a heavy attack, and yeah, it's time for the final combo into the striker, and that does it. So there we go. Jessica Jones boss down pretty easily. Like, it really wasn't a struggle at all. And that's just Mole Man in a nutshell, really. Like, he is just just so easy to play. He's so fast, so hardly anything ever goes wrong. He's just like a really perfect character. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on Moleman in Alliance War. It was fun playing him again in Alliance War. It's been a very long time, so I am really happy about this. And you know, I might not see him again for a while in Alliance War, but I can hope for the best. Who knows? And yeah, that's about it for me.